Hi, welcome to class. This is your unwind and relax flow. We're going to basically stay low to the ground, and for this class, you may need 2 blocks. I want you to use this class to unwind and relax at the end of the day, so ideal to do it at nighttime or even at the end of your vinyasa practice. Let's start on the ground, seated on top of our heels, little bit to the end of our mat, and we'll come straight into child's pose. Slide your hands forward, drop your head, relax the elbows, and let's just take a gentle pause. You have carved out this moment of your day, so I want you to be fully present and relax and melt into the floor. Feel the weight of your shoulders, adjust yourself so you feel completely comfortable. Start to deepen your breath in, expand the ribs against the thigh. Exhale, letting the chest and heart drop. Inhale, try and inflate the chest. Breathe out into the ribs. Exhale, unwind and keep relaxing into the ground. Inhale, stay heavy, expand. And exhale, slowly press more weight into your heels and stay down with your head hanging forward as you slide your weight backwards. Inhale, start to feel your spine lift up vertebra by vertebra. Start to lift in the chest. Keep your eyes closed. Open the shoulders. And then open your arms to the side as you open and flutter your eyes. From there, I want you to close your knees. We're seated in Vajra and extend your arms out to the side. Try to feel the expansion of your chest as well as the extension of the arms as far away as possible and towards the ground. Inhale, reach your left arm up. On the exhale, I want you to keep walking with your right fingertips. Stay seated onto the heels and then reach your left arm over ear and look up to the left. Hold for 3 deep breaths. Inhale. You can tent up onto your right fingers. Exhale. 2, inhale. Almost you want to give a push into the left ribs. Exhale as you do an open twist. 3, inhale. Now gaze up to your left hand and roll it down. Follow it with your eyes. Come back to center. Inhale, we reach up. And then as we exhale, we look down, round slightly your shoulder, and then bend the elbow to interlock the fingers. Inhale, keep your elbow bent as you puff up the chest. First, focus on an expansion of the chest and then pull the wrist away from the lower back. Exhale, no need to hyperextend the elbow. Focus more on the expansion of the chest and its lift. Hold 2 more. Exhale, maybe try to pull the knuckle down and back. 1 more. Inhale. And on the exhale, slowly release your fingers and drop your palm onto the lap. Inhale, reach your arms wide, expand the chest, extend the arms straight. Exhale, drop your fingers towards the floor in line with your hips. Inhale, reach your right arm up, lengthen the spine towards your fingertips. Exhale, walk your left fingers to the side, tent up onto the left fingers, rotate to the right as you extend your arm over ear. Hold, both arms straight. It's like you want to push. Exhale with your left hand to open the ribs. 2, inhale. Breathe high in the chest. Exhale. 3, inhale. Let's look up at the right fingers and exhale, roll it down. Follow with your gaze. Inhale, reach your arms up, look up. Exhale, circle your arms behind you. Start to round and shrug your shoulders. Bend the elbows and interlock. Try to change the index finger that you have on top. Inhale, keep the elbows slightly bent. Puff up the chest, arching at the back. And on the exhale, pull your hands away from the lower back and lift the chest further up as you pull knuckles down. Hold for 3. Exhale.
Avoid an extension too deep in the elbow. 2, inhale. Focus more on an expansion of the chest, that feeling of your shoulders opening. 3, inhale, last one. And on the exhale, I want you to slowly release. Drop your hands by the side. Inhale, widen your knees as wide as your hips and stand. Stand on the knee and lengthen. Tuck your tailbone, squeeze the glutes. Exhale, flex your wrist, circle the arm, and come into all fours in your little cat pose. Inhale, in your cat pose, I want you to claw and open out your fingers nice and wide. Spread the tips of the fingers and press them down. On the exhale, tuck your toes, push, and come into downward facing dog. Downward facing dog is definitely a pose I tend to come into when I want to get an easy stretch into the body. 2, it feels extremely restorative, as well as activating your whole back and getting a nice easy stretch into the legs. 3, inhale. Push down through your fingers. And on the exhale, as you push the chest and shoulders long, I want you to raise the heels without leaning forward. Inhale, stretch. And on the exhale, I want you to rotate the heels to the right and try and press your left heel down in front of right foot and then start to bend at the knee. Well done. Inhale, stay here. And on the exhale, rotate completely over to the left. Right heel steps in front. And then as you bend, you stretch and sink. Inhale, come back to center. Stand on the toes and lengthen. Look up. Exhale, lean forward. Come back to your tabletop. Untuck the toes and press into the toe mound down into the mat. Come into a neutral spine. From there, I want you to push off the hand and slowly sit back. And exhale, coming back into Vajra, knees closed. Inhale, raise your arms up. Exhale again, reach wide and bring your hands to the side. As your fingers touch the floor in line with hips, reach your right arm up. Try to keep your left hand far away as possible. Grab your outer left side of the head and then just gently drop your ear to the right. Gentle pressure with that top hand. Be careful not to pull too deeply. 2, inhale. Get a nice stretch from the base of the ear down into the shoulder. 3, inhale. On the exhale, release. You can drop your hand and drop your chin to center. Inhale, reach your arms up, look up. And on the exhale, interlock your fingers, look down and place the hands behind your neck. Inhale, I want you to open the elbows behind you and then lift the chest and then lift the chin. Exhale, now close the elbow, keep your chest tall and then start to drop the chin down. Inhale, get a nice stretch in the back of the neck. 2, inhale. Exhale. 3, inhale. Exhale, release your hands forward and reach them wide. Inhale, arms up. Join the palms in a prayer to touch. And then exhale, look straight ahead, chin parallel, and then fingers to your side. Let it drop to the floor, but as far away as you can, in line with hips. Inhale, reach your left arm up, lengthen. Exhale, grab your right ear and drop the head to the left. Add easy pressure in the top hand, 3 breaths. Exhale. 2, inhale. Get a nice stretch into that neck, creeping down into your shoulder. 3, inhale. Last one. And on the exhale, as you drop your chin, drop your hand in front. Inhale, circle both arms up, look up. On the exhale, drop the chin and interlock your hands behind the nape of your neck. Inhale, open elbows back, lift chest up and expand, breathe. Exhale, breathe out, closing the elbows, slightly rounding the tailbone and pulling the head down. Hold for 3. Exhale. 2, inhale. Exhale. Add the pressure where you need it. 3, inhale. And now release, hands drop in front. Well done. Inhale, reach your arms wide. And up, look up. And on the exhale, bring your hands forward just in front of your knee. And I want you to tuck your toes under. Inhale, sit back onto the glutes. And exhale, as you roll back, you find your glutes, and then we're going to inch forward into the center of our mat. From here, you're going to get your feet as wide as your sitting bones, and then exhale, point the toes, slide the feet together, and then reach your arms forward. Your arms are shoulder width apart, and you try to find the alignment of knee and elbow. Now, as you look straight, push your knees out and raise the toes, parallel your shin with your arms. Exhale, balance, 3 breaths. A slight core engagement here. 3. Exhale, we're not staying too long. 2. Inhale. Exhale, some contraction before we release and relax. 3. Inhale. And then exhale, well done. Hands together. Drop your feet and extend the leg. Inhale. Just before we go down, I want you to grab your blocks, get them ready close to the center of the mat. And on the exhale, slowly lie down. As you lie down, you can reach your arms behind you and raise your legs. Inhale. A nice restorative position here. You want to extend the legs high, vertical, toes pointed. 2, you can keep your arms behind you, or if you prefer, hands down by your side. 3, inhale. Keep stretching the leg, maybe assist with a push of the hand on the thigh. Exhale, bend the knee and give yourself a loving and gentle hug. Squeeze the knees in, inhale. Exhale. 2 more, inhale. Nice restorative pose, squeezing and compressing at the belly. 3, inhale, last one. As you release, drop your hands back down, and then you're going to place your feet hips width apart. Now we want to use our blocks. For now, we'll just need 1 block. As you come down with your head and neck, I want you to push off the feet and see if you can enter the block. You can choose any height. I want you to find a comfortable height where you can feel a nice release of your hip flexor. Here I have the block placed almost on my coccyx. I want it to be low down and orientated this way, so it's really narrow in between the glutes. From there, I just want you to relax your arms to the side and just gently breathe. Breathe into the chest, inhale. Exhale. 2, inhale. Exhale. Your chest should be nice and close to the chin. 3, inhale. On the exhale, I want you to try to interlock your fingers. As we slowly interlock the fingers, you need to pinch your shoulders inwards and get a nice base. This needs to be strong on the ground. Find your balance and lift your right leg up. And then exhale, hug the right knee closer towards the chest and just keep it there. No need to go too intensely. And then from there, we're going to slowly, better to lift the sole of the left foot and slide the left leg out. You should get a nice stretch now on your top upper left thigh. Hold for a breath. Inhale. Exhale. Now you can maybe relax the foot. Do whatever feels more comfortable. Exhale. 3, inhale. And then exhale. Well done. See if you can play with that balance and extend that right leg up. Have a nice stretch as well as a restorative position. Not much to activation. 1 more breath. And then exhale. As you bend the knee, see if you can bend the other leg and find good balance. Inhale, stay here. And then slowly drop your feet towards the floor, nice and easy. And once you land, get your feet nice 90 degrees underneath the knees. You'll need to release your hands, take a quick lift of the hips to remove the block and unwind down. Unwind the spine, lower to the ground, and give yourself, again, that loving squeeze. Bend the knees and give yourself a hug. Inhale, stay here, or breath. Exhale, hold your shins, lift your head. We're going to take a roll. We're going to go back and forth. Inhale, roll back, and then exhale, sit up. Well done. From there, we come back into our boat pose. We extend the arms, align knees with elbow, and lift the shin. Stay here for a breath. And we go straight into it to the other side. You're going to slide your feet forward, hands together, and exhale, roll down. As you roll down, your arms can go back, your legs can lift at 90, and exhale, stretch the leg. Hold here, inhale. Expand, exhale. 2, inhale. If you prefer, arms down by your side, exhale. 3, last one. And on the exhale, well done. We're going to bend the knees and give ourselves a squeeze. Inhale, squeeze, getting the thighs close to the chest. And on the exhale, land your feet hips width apart. From there, as you press down through the feet, grab your block, push down with the elbows to lift the hip. Find the height of the block that you feel comfortable with. Maybe this time you want to go higher. If not, it's better to keep the same height. This way you have equal stretch on each side and leg. From there, we're just going to take a restorative position, opening out our arms. I want you to this time almost open out the legs and heel toe your feet together. Stay here, inhale. Exhale. One more, inhale. Exhale, land your feet, and then we slowly, as we find balance, we're going to bend the left knee, and then we're going to interlock the fingers. Perhaps better lower the foot and first interlock your fingers, squeeze the shoulder blades. When you find a good base in your shoulder and hands, you want to lift the left knee towards the chest. You can stay here, or you can play with stretching out and sliding your right foot forward, getting a nice deep stretch now into your right hip. And hold. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Exhale. 3. On the exhale, you can stay here, or you can play with stretching your left leg up. Inhale. Exhale with a little bit of strength and force in that left thigh. Hold. Inhale. The rest of the body is nice and passive. Exhale. Well done. Bend the left knee. Play with the balance, and then hug your right knee in. Inhale. Just pause for a moment, and then slowly drop both feet to the floor. Inhale. As you drop, press into the feet, unlock your fingers, and remove the block. Exhale, unwind, roll your spine down into the ground. Well done. Inhale. As you place the block, bend your knees into the chest and give yourself that loving squeeze. Exhale. Well done. I want you to simply rest here, open out the knees once more, join the feet together. And this time you're going to place your right hand on heart and left hand on belly. You can end your day here, relaxing your breath, and I want you to lose control. I invite you to sigh it out and release all tension. Inhale through the nose. Open the mouth. Let's do 2 more. Inhale. Last one. Gently release and extend your legs out to the side, palms open. Make sure you're nice and warm, comfortable, and I invite you to rest here at least 2 to 5 minutes. Thank you for joining me for this unwinding and restorative class. Namaste.